eye is for right now. Before the video starts, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Seems fair. You can subscribe anytime, anywhere. It cost. In my part, you know. So make sure to like, subscribe, and also, if you don't get scared, if you're scared, hit the like button down below the video. Hit the like button if you're not scared, because you might get scared. So make sure that. Now, on to the video. Five ghosts fall on camera when the walls come tumbling down. Paranormal investigators Jordan and Johnny from the YouTube channel Paranormies are back on a new investigation that brings them to an old abandoned train station in Piney, Manitoba, Canada. The Piney train station was closed in the 1960s. In the 1980s, a tormented local man named Dennis drank himself to death in the abandoned Piney train station. Locals believe that his spirit haunts the station to this day. People have seen unexplained shadows in the windows of the train station, and curious explorers who dare to go inside would feel a presence watching them. The Paranormies, Jordan and Johnny, set out to investigate whether the stories are true. Once inside the Piney train station, the two friends realize just how badly decayed the building is. The roof actually seems like it's about to collapse. Yep. Oh my god. They're upstairs. Left side. Holy f***, that sounds like a piece of the house is busted off. That might be heck is looking through the roof. Was that a piece of the house or was that you? Jordan and Johnny aren't sure whether they just captured something paranormal or something might have fallen from the ceiling. But the longer they're inside, the stranger the unexplained sounds become. Holy glass shattering. This time the Paranormies team hears the sound of glass shattering somewhere inside the old train station. But again, they can't quite place where the crash came from. But the next sound they hear is even creepier. She's saying so emotional. That's footsteps. Matter. That's footsteps. Oh. This thing is going off right now. Dennis! That's loud, dude. I'm going up. Jordan and Johnny hear footsteps coming from right above them on the second floor. However, when they go up to investigate, there's no one there. But the two explorers do find the source of one sound they hear, and it is absolutely terrifying. It's all the, the people that are coming through this place, reaction. What's it? React. What's that? What is that, man? Dude. And it just stops. The lock on the door is eerily shaking back and forth on its own. When the investigators get close to the door, the fast-paced rattling mysteriously just stops. Jordan and Johnny decide to do a sensory deprivation session. Jordan covers his eyes and puts headphones in his ears so that the only thing he hears are the answers coming through their spirit box. Meanwhile, Johnny asks questions to the spirit of Dennis that might be haunting the abandoned train station. They get some strange answers, but then something even more shocking happens. Oh, shit. Here. That was you? You're here? If you can make that noise again, I heard K too. If you can make that noise again, I'll check the K too. If you can make that noise again, let us know I'm here. We'll come over there. Sleep. What? The noise over there. Did you see it? The bizarre silhouette of what looks like the upper half of a person can be seen slowly forming in the hallway. When Jordan shines his flashlight on the eerie figure, it disappears. Eventually, the guys decide to set up a Ouija board to communicate with the spirit. It did not go well. My hands and knees are Did you move? It looks like it's crooked. Really? No, it's still on the radar. It's radar T, but I thought it was straighter before. What was that? The light just died? Or the light just died? Was that you, Dennis? The thing was fully charged. Might be using that energy. Go. It sounded like everything was falling apart. The light on their camera dies even though the battery is fully charged, and then the guys have to make a run for it as the station suddenly starts to fall apart all around them. They grab their camera, leave the Ouija board, and just get out of there. So did the paranormies capture supernatural evidence that proves that the tiny train station is haunted? Did they capture the ghost of Dennis's lingering soul on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? As always, you decide. You can watch this full investigation and many more creepy videos over on the YouTube channel, Paranormies. Caught on camera. Mary Therese Bagay from the Philippines. In her email, Mary says that she's a nursing student and that she was at home with her brother recording a demonstration video for her final exam. Then, this happened.
1, 3, go. Okay na? Now that I have introduced myself to the patient, verified the client's... Now that I have introduced myself to the patient, explained the procedure, and asked for his consent, verified the client's identity, and provide...
Ano ito?
Sige na. O, tara. 1, 2, 3, go. Now that I have introduced myself to the patient... Now that I have introduced myself to the patient...
The light flickers for a second and then just off screen, the closet door forcefully slams open on its own, scaring Mary and her brother so much that they run from the room. In a follow-up video, Mary shows the closet that burst open, and the story gets truly bizarre.
So this is where it all began, and this is the cabinet. And I'm actually very afraid to touch it or open it. I'm very sorry for the mess. So as you can see, this cabinet is full of clothes and no person can actually, oh my gosh, fit inside here. And this is where my brother stood. And this is the light switch. So my brother was videotaping me. Filming here. I was standing here and my brother was standing here. And the lights actually started to flicker before the cabinet opened. And actually before that, we were actually experiencing weird things. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm very scared. But this is what it looks like inside. Tabi-tabi po. No person can actually fit inside here. It was actually me and my brother inside this room. And right now, I'm not sleeping inside this room. I'm sleeping in my parents' room.
Mary explains that she's now too scared to sleep in her own room. And maybe she should be. Because during the recording of her follow-up video, a strange voice can be heard.
And actually before that, we were actually experiencing weird things.
Now, Mary has a YouTube channel, but her videos are entirely dedicated to her nursing education and have nothing at all to do with the paranormal. Furthermore, Mary says that she's always been a skeptic, and before these videos, nothing paranormal had ever happened in her home. As for me, personally, I have to say that she genuinely looks terrified in this clip. But, what do you think? What remains? Urban explorer Christopher Hill from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill travels to the city of Warren, Ohio to explore the long-abandoned St. Joseph Riverside Hospital. The sprawling medical facility was established in the 1960s, and as with any old hospital, thousands of patients passed away inside its walls. Many people believe that some of those patients never left, because, you see, the St. Joseph Riverside Hospital is said to be extremely haunted. Chris enters the old decaying building, and as he explores the hospital's cluttered hallways and rotting rooms, he captures some very strange sounds. Floor. He hears something again. Now, I'm not sure exactly what these odd sounds could be. Obviously, it might be anything from animals inside the hospital to just some very odd building settling noises. Or possibly even something paranormal. But either way, Chris just shrugs it off and completes his exploration throughout the entire St. Joseph Hospital. But later on, after Chris uploads his video, observant YouTube viewers spot something that Chris didn't even notice. Something downright chilling. Did you see it? It's very easy to miss, but what appears to be a hand or arm can be seen quickly disappearing behind a door frame. Chris has no idea what he's just captured and passes right by the door and continues on to explore the flooded rooms down the hallway. So just what is this? Could it simply be a squatter who is living in the old deserted building? Or could it be one of the spirits that roam the old hospital hallways? Let me